Hey everyone, welcome back to the Orange Interior Design channel. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on all the fantastic design tips we've got coming your way. Today, we're talking about something really fun and exciting, how to create a dream kids room. Whether you're designing for a toddler, a school-age child, or a tween, we've got ideas that will inspire you and your little ones. Designing a kids room can be both a joy and a challenge. You want a space that's fun and creative, but also practical and safe. It's about balancing the aesthetic with the functional. And don't worry, whether you're working with a small space or a bigger room, we've got you covered with tips for every budget. Alright, so let's dive straight in. The first thing to consider when designing a kids room is functionality. It's really important to think about how the space will be used. Kids need areas to sleep, play, and possibly even study as they grow older. So, your design should reflect those needs. For younger children, the focus might be on creating a play area with open floor space, while for older kids, you might want to include a desk or reading nook. Let's talk furniture. When choosing furniture for a kids room, you want it to be versatile and durable. Kids grow fast, so it's a good idea to select pieces that can evolve as they get older. For example, opt for a convertible crib that can turn into a toddler bed, or a bed with storage underneath for toys and clothes. Multifunctional furniture is your best friend in a kids' room because it maximizes space without cluttering it. One of my favorite examples is a bunk bed with a desk underneath. It's perfect if you're working with a small room because it combines sleeping space with a study area, freeing up more room for playing or additional storage. And speaking of storage, it's absolutely essential in a kids' room. You want to make it easy for your child to access their toys and books, while also having a place to put them away. Low shelves or bins are fantastic because kids can reach them on their own. A great tip is to label the storage bins with pictures or words so they know exactly where everything goes, encouraging them to tidy up after themselves. Well, most of the time. Next, let's get into one of the most exciting parts of designing a kids' room. The color scheme. Kids' rooms are the perfect opportunity to experiment with bright colors and bold patterns. You can really have fun here. However, I always recommend starting with a neutral base for the walls, such as a soft white, pale grey, or even a light beige. This allows you to add pops of color through accessories, bedding, and artwork without it feeling too overwhelming. For instance, if your child loves a specific color like yellow or blue, you can incorporate that through accent walls or decor items like cushions, rugs, and curtains. And here's a little design hack. If you're worried about them outgrowing a certain theme or favorite character, keep the expensive pieces like furniture neutral and switch up the accessories as their tastes evolve. That way, you're not redecorating every couple of years. You can also use wall decals or removable wallpaper to add some flair. These are great because they're easy to apply, and you can swap them out as your child grows without much hassle. You could go for a playful pattern, an animal theme, or even something educational like a world map. The key here is to make the room feel like it belongs to your child. That brings us to the next big point, personalization. A kid's room should reflect their personality and interests. Think about adding personal touches, like their name on the wall, framed artwork they've created, or even a gallery wall of their favorite things. This not only makes them feel proud of their space, but also helps them feel a sense of ownership over it. And speaking of ownership, let's talk about creating zones in the room. You want to have defined areas for different activities. For example, have a clear sleeping area, a play zone with a soft rug or mat, and a reading nook with a comfy chair or beanbag. This helps your child understand that the room has multiple functions and encourages independent play and organization. Plus, it makes the room feel more structured and less chaotic. One important aspect to consider, especially in a kid's room, is safety. You want to make sure everything is child-friendly, especially if you have younger kids. Choose furniture with rounded edges, secure any tall shelving to the wall, and ensure all electrical outlets are covered. For bunk beds, make sure there are sturdy guardrails and avoid placing anything heavy or fragile on top shelves where they could accidentally pull it down. Let's talk about lighting now. The right lighting can transform a room. You'll want to include a mix of ambient lighting, like a ceiling light, and task lighting, such as a desk lamp or reading light. For younger kids, night lights are often a must, so think about incorporating soft, warm lighting to create a calm and cozy atmosphere at night. Fairy lights or string lights can also add a magical touch that kids love, and they're relatively inexpensive. Alright, so we've talked about furniture, colour, storage, and safety, but what about decorating with purpose? It's great to include educational elements in the design without it feeling forced. For instance, a wall-mounted world map can spark curiosity about different countries, or you could have a chalkboard wall where they can practice writing and drawing. Another idea is to incorporate bookshelves at your child's height to encourage reading. Display the books with the covers facing out, so they're more likely to grab one that catches their eye. This not only makes the room feel more personal, but also supports their learning and development in a fun, creative way. And let's not forget about textures. Adding a variety of textures can make a room feel more cozy and interesting. You could layer soft blankets on the bed, add a plush rug on the floor, or use textured wallpaper. For example, a tactile rug where they can sit and play, or a fluffy throw on the bed, makes the space inviting and comfortable. Textures are also a great way to balance bold colors or patterns, especially if you're using a lot of vibrant tones. Think about mixing and matching materials like wood, fabric, and soft cotton to add warmth to the room. Now, if you're dealing with a small space, don't worry. There are so many ways to maximize a tiny room without sacrificing style or function. Use vertical space. Add shelves higher up for storing items you don't need every day, or install hooks on the walls for hanging bags, jackets, or even a swing chair if your space allows for it. One clever idea is to use a bed with built-in storage or opt for a loft bed if your child is older, so the space underneath can be used for a desk or play area. Mirrors are also your friend in small rooms because they can create the illusion of more space by reflecting light. When it comes to the budget, remember that you don't have to spend a fortune to create a magical room. Repurposing old furniture with a fresh coat of paint or DIYing some of the decor items can really help keep costs down. You can also find some great deals on kid-friendly decor at secondhand stores or online marketplaces. And if you're looking to splurge on one element, consider investing in a piece of furniture that will grow with your child, like a quality bed or a durable dresser. That way, you get more value in the long run. So to recap, here are the main points to remember when designing your dream kid's room. Functionality comes first. Think about how the space will be used and plan around that. Choose versatile furniture that can adapt as your child grows. Create storage solutions that are easy for kids to use and help keep the room organized. Pick a color scheme that allows for fun, playful accents, but won't overwhelm the space. Add personal touches to make the room feel like it belongs to your child. Use lighting to create a cozy atmosphere with a mix of ambient and task lights. Incorporate safety features like rounded furniture edges and securing shelves to the wall. Integrate educational elements like a chalkboard wall or a world map to inspire learning. Experiment with textures to make the space feel warm and inviting. If you have a small space, make the most of vertical storage and multifunctional furniture. Stick to your budget by DIYing where you can and investing in key pieces. I hope this video has given you loads of inspiration to create a kid's room that's not only stylish, but practical and fun. If you've got any questions or design dilemmas, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to help. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming design tips and room makeovers. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy decorating!